Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we'll be trying something different here. We're gonna be trying out the new released Army Painter Speed Paint 2.0 markers. I pre-ordered this a while back. They finally arrived, and we're gonna check it out. So I got the starter kit right here. It comes with 10 colors. We're gonna see if these markers really live up to the promise of speed, coverage, and ease of use. And I'll be sharing my review of it. I'll be painting one miniature to test it out. It'll be a Space Marine. I already primed it black, but they recommend doing it in white. So I'll be dry brushing in white, do a little speed paint with a white. So I'm gonna do that with this, dry brush it white, and then try out these markers. So let's get to it. We're gonna be dry brushing with white, some matte white right here. First. Rips. Dry brushing a little bit of white right here and all the parts. I got the Space Marine off McCurry a while back. I like the cybernetic arm it has, so I'll be using the metallic silver that came with the marker set. And obviously, the marker set did come with only one blue color from what I see, which is the magic blue. So that's what I'll be using. Hopefully, it sits and stays. Because usually when I use the bottle version, I have issues with it. Usually it doesn't come out as darker than I thought. That's why I end up using a highlight, like a Highland blue instead. All right. It looks like it's ready to go here. So that's ready to go, as you can see here. I dry brushed it white. And let's get to it. Okay, so before I get started, I'm opening the box. It comes also with extra tips, just in case your markers do get damaged or worn out over time. You can replace it with these tips here that it comes with. So that's pretty cool. I also heard that you can also replenish your markers with other speed paints that you already have in the bottles. There's a video of showing how to do it, so I may want to try that just in case to save myself some money in buying some. So they do have all the types of colors. So far, the 10-pack starter kit, they have a pallid bone, a zealot yellow, a fire giant orange, a Gravelord gray, magic blue, which I'll be using for the Space Marine, the polished silver, which I'll be using for his metallic arm, grim black. Pretty much all. Looks like they have pretty much all the colors that you're definitely gonna need. The basic ones. Blood red. Orc skin. That'll be good if you have orcs. And hardened leather. This is one of my top ones I always use for like leather belts, packs. when I do my World War II dioramas. So this might be coming in handy very well. So from what the video shows on how to do it, it says you take out the cap, turn it around, face down this way, downward angle, and you pinch it towards the cap. And as you can see here, the paint is now going from the marker to the tip as it soaks. And it said you have to wait till it soaks the tip. I guess from the one of the video I see, they do like a speed one, so you can see it soaking faster. As you can see here, it's slowly soaking the tip of the marker. Also, while I'm doing this, I'm also watching my friends stream their Baldur's Gate 3 gameplay. I'm watching them play Baldur's Gate 3 as I do this marker review. I have it on headset, so you can't hear it. Alright, once that's soaked, I guess you can start painting. We'll be using the Magic Blue Frizz marker for this. Oh, it's very accurate and very precise. Oh, I like it. Oh, this is very interesting. It's very accurate too, to like a point to like get at the edges right here. Very interesting. So I'm getting the edges right here on top of the armor. It doesn't soak it all the way through, like, you know, it doesn't get most of the points when you usually use like a brush with the bottle version. But this is not bad. This helps more for like precision and up close with the marker and paint. My friends just died in Baldur's Gate fighting. They're currently in Act 3. I don't know if you guys care about spoilers. They're defending the skull part against the Yankee. I think they won, but now they're out of the skull area or the realm. I'm gonna get the underbelly. It's usually hard. You get that little edges right here. But then, you know, you gotta worry about the wings part that usually gets gold. Perfect. Get the underarm part. I've seen people usually, like I've seen pros where people usually paint the parts separate before they put the pieces together. I think I should try that next time. But I'm so used to already like doing it separately. I mean, not separately, but like putting it together first. That's the fun part. And then of course, you know, that's why everyone usually ends up with like the grayish shade, because everyone makes their miniatures together but never paints them. This looks really easy so far. It looks really good. I like how it looks so far. I don't know if you want to put another coat in. Just try to do another round of blue around it. I'll probably do that right after I get everything colored. But it's really good because it actually fits into the crevice or like the gaps. Gonna paint the pack. Now, I don't play Warhammer, as you guys know, like the games or stuff. I just like the miniatures. I got into it just to paint the miniatures and make dioramas out of it. I might want to try and play it more, but I also want to play more D&D more than Warhammer. I just like the Space Marine aspect. I like the lore. I do follow the lore. I have played Space Marine 1 and 2. But this is way more precise from what I've tried and seen so far of painting it. And then plus, you know, it's less messy with like white. Not white, but like with a bottle, you have to change the brush and change the brush and replace the brush or dip it and clean the brush over and then wiping out. Now, is it a game changer? So far, promising. Alright, so I fast forward a little bit. I painted most of the areas I wanted blue, and then I did another layer of blue, of the magic blue marker. So now I'll be switching to hardened leather to do the belts and the pouches. So as before, you get the marker, pull the cap, face it down, and press. And then we wait for it to go all the way down. As you can see, it's going down. This takes a couple of seconds. And if you're one of my friends in Baldur's Gate are having issues defending that person inside the skull, and they have restarted like 3 times. But yeah. You know, you know. Come on. Here it comes. It's starting to soak the tip now. I'm just going to hold it down here for a second because my hands and my arthritis that I have in my fingers doesn't help very well. Alright, so now that it's finally got to the leather part of the tip, I'm going to paint where I just want leather. Very accurate on the leather parts. Perfect. And then the big leather part right here. Perfect. And the bottom part here, and the extra there. Perfect. Beautiful, beautiful. I don't know about painting this area here. I'm not sure. I'm gonna probably paint it red with the skull's paladin bone. So that's what I'm doing. So now, well, yeah, I'm gonna switch markers. So just give me 1 sec. All right. So for the skulls, I'll be using paladin bone at the tips. In the tips of the bones. Obviously, paladin bone for the skulls. That's what I'll be going for it. And then right here with the scrolls, I'll be using paladin bone on it as well. And then next, I'll be painting this area here red, and this yellow with the wings. And that'll be next. Okay, now that I got blood red ready with the marker, I'm gonna paint the areas that I wanted red, which will be the leather belts that are connected to the skulls that I already painted paladin blue. I'll be painting the red blaster here. I'm gonna paint it red and then mix it with some silver. I just realized too, this gun does have a scroll, so I had to go back and paint the scroll. So I just did the polished silver. I'll be doing the silver on the Space Marines for metallic arm. It is very accurate and very precise on where you put it. No spills. S. Perfect so far. So why I have the silver here, I'm going to be painting this area silver right here on the gun. Very accurate. So, very nice. Good. While I'm doing it, I'm going to do the jetpack here at the edges, because I like it putting them silver here at the exhaust of the pack. And then the main area of the pack. It's a little messy. Perfect. Alright. I think next thing that left to do will be painting gold of the certain spots. And this Mace Spoon will be done. Okay, so the kit, the speed paint kit doesn't come with a gold metallic. I do have this gold metallic paint marker that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'll be using that to paint the gold areas. This one also comes with a fine tip and also a regular tip for the marker. It's almost as good as the markers. This is just the metallic ones that I was able to find. Perfect. I'll be painting the wings, chest gold. The ones I usually have issues with when I paint Space Marines will be the edges here. I'm not able to get it all in. I end up spreading it to the other blue areas, even with a brush. Same thing with a marker. This marker is kind of old. That's the only gold thing I had left other than using a brush. But today's video is about using markers only. So I'll be using markers only, as you can see. I'll be doing the last edge over here on the shoulder armor. And then we'll do the skull area here. I'll paint it gold. I think we're good. Perfect. And that's it. Let's compare it with another Space Marine that I did without the markers. Alright, so before I compare the Marines I painted, I'm going to be putting a military wash on Space Marine. Be a military shader. I'm using a wash. I usually put the military shader wash on all my Space Marines that I do, just to add a little bit more, just fill up any corners or any shades. So I'll be putting it here on the arms, and then putting it on the gold areas. Let's see in a little bit. Yeah. Put it in the exhaust of the Marine. Putting it on the big fist. Read them up a little bit more. On the edge of the boots. Okay, man. Have a good night. I'll be free again on next Sunday. All right, goodbye. Goodbye. All right. Yeah, I know my friends were just leaving. Sorry. Okay, so after I put the wash on it here in a little bit, I'm going to grab a dry brush. As it's still wet on the Space Marine. And then just wipe off any excess wash that I have on here. Washing off, wiping out any of the excess wash I have on the Marine. And there you have it. all done. This marine here was done only with speed paint markers. Well, this Space Marine here, done with the brush and the bottles. I'll let you add more, and I'll do a compare side by side. Thank you guys. Here we go. And there we have it. We have our meat painted up with Army Painter Speed Paint 2.0 markers. Honestly, they surprised me very well in a few ways. I'll definitely be experimenting more when my other miniatures with World War II ones, like Civil War. I do have a bunch of knights. There's going to be a lot of polished silver mixed with white and some other colors. If you tried these yourself, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. I would like to know more what you guys think about the difference between the marker and the brush. Do you see yourself replacing the brushes with markers, or do you want to keep with your brush? But it's also really cool to keep these brushes in your arsenal. You know, the difference between, you know, a bottle and a marker. Difference, the same. This was done with a marker. This was done with the brush. Almost the exact same, but highly more detailed. I'll be able to get more closer with it, more precision. This takes a lot of time to do it, but I really enjoyed using the markers. Very different than the brush. Remember, it's a brush and the marker. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys see yourself replacing it or not? Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell for more painting reviews, diorama builds, cosplay photo shoots, and all that good stuff. And again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Later.